We like to believe our world is solid, logical, and perfectly predictable. But if you zoom in close enough, the fundamental rules of reality completely fall apart. Today, we explore 7 terrifying microscopic phenomena that prove our universe is fundamentally broken. And number 1 mathematically proves that the future can literally rewrite the past. Number 7. The observer effect. In physics, there is a famous and terrifying test called the double-slit experiment. Scientists fire tiny particles like electrons at a wall with 2 small holes in it. When scientists do not look at the particles, they act like a wave of energy going through both holes at the exact same time. But the moment a scientist places a camera to watch which hole the particle goes through, reality glitches. The particle instantly stops acting like a wave and starts acting like a solid bullet, going through only one hole. It is as if the universe knows it is being watched. The microscopic world refuses to take a solid physical shape until a conscious observer forces it to. This implies that when you close your eyes, the room around you might not exist as solid matter. It reverts into a blurry cloud of mathematical probabilities. Matter only becomes real because you are looking at it. Without us looking, the universe is just a chaotic, formless soup of potential. Number 6. Quantum entanglement. Albert Einstein famously called this phenomenon spooky action at a distance, and he completely hated it. When 2 particles interact in a certain way, their properties become permanently linked together. They become entangled, sharing the exact same quantum information. If you take one particle and leave it on Earth and send the other particle billions of light years away to the edge of the universe, the moment you change the spin of the particle on Earth, its twin will instantly change its spin too. There is zero delay. It happens faster than the speed of light, which breaks the ultimate speed limit of our universe. Space and distance do not matter to these particles. It proves that the vast emptiness of the cosmos is an illusion. Deep down, everything is secretly connected by an invisible, instantaneous network. The universe is not a collection of separate objects. It is one single, terrifyingly connected web. Number 5. Quantum tunneling. Imagine throwing a tennis ball at a solid brick wall. Common sense and classical physics tell you the ball will always bounce back. But in the microscopic world, a solid wall is not a guarantee. Subatomic particles do not have a fixed location. They exist as a cloud of probability. This means there is a tiny mathematical chance that a particle is actually on the other side of the wall. Occasionally, a particle will simply vanish from one side of a solid barrier and instantly reappear on the other. It doesn't break the wall, it just ghosts right through it. Without this impossible glitch, life wouldn't exist because the sun relies on quantum tunneling to fuse atoms together and create light. But the chilling reality is that the atoms inside your own body obey these exact same rules. Statistically, there is an infinitesimally small chance that all the atoms in your body could tunnel at the same time, meaning you could theoretically fall straight through the floor you are standing on at any given moment. Number 4. Virtual particles. We are taught that you cannot create something out of absolutely nothing. The law of conservation of mass states that matter cannot simply appear by magic. But the quantum vacuum completely ignores this fundamental rule. If you take a box, empty all the air out, block all radiation, and create a perfect void, the box is still not empty. Deep in the absolute darkness, reality is constantly boiling. Phantom particles, known as virtual particles, are constantly tearing themselves out of the void. They pop into existence out of nowhere, borrowing energy from the universe, and then instantly annihilate each other. This happens billions of times every second, everywhere, even in the empty space right in front of your face. The void isn't a quiet, empty stage. It is a violently unstable ocean of energy that temporarily breaks the laws of physics just to exist. Every empty inch of our universe is haunted by matter that refuses to stay dead. Number 3. Quantum superposition. In our daily lives, an object can only be in one state at a time. A coin is either heads or tails. A door is either open or closed. But particles play by a much scarier set of rules. Before a quantum particle is observed, it does not pick a single state. It literally exists in every possible state simultaneously. It is spinning up and spinning down, moving left and moving right, all at the exact same time. This is the premise of the famous Schrödinger's cat thought experiment, where a cat inside a box is both alive and dead until you open it. Superposition proves that reality does not have a hard, physical shape on a microscopic level. It is just a blurry menu of endless possibilities. The universe only decides what is actually happening when you finally force it to by measuring it. Before you check, the world is in a constant state of schizophrenic overlap. Number 2. The Planck length. We assume that space is smooth and continuous, meaning you can always cut a distance in half infinitely. But the universe has a strict minimum resolution. The Planck length is the smallest possible measurement of distance that can exist in physics. It is a billionth of a billionth of a billionth of a centimeter. If you zoom in past this point, space itself literally stops making sense. Distance, gravity, and time collapse into complete mathematical chaos. You cannot measure a gap smaller than a Planck length because smaller space simply does not exist. This is deeply disturbing because it acts exactly like the pixels on a computer monitor. In a video game, you can only zoom in until you hit the individual blocks of code. The Planck length is the pixel size of our reality. It strongly suggests that our universe is a digital simulation running on a hard grid, and we have just found the edge of the screen. Number 1. Retrocausality. We all know that the past causes the future. Time only flows forward. But an advanced version of the double-slit test, called the delayed choice quantum eraser, broke time itself. Scientists fired a particle and let it pass through the slits, acting as a wave. But then, after the particle had already passed the slits, they decided to measure it. Common sense says the particle's history is already written, but when they measured it after the fact, the particle instantly changed its past. It went back in time and acted like a bullet from the very beginning. A choice made in the present physically altered an event that had already happened in the past. This is known as retrocausality, and it completely shatters the illusion of linear time. It means that the timeline of our universe is not set in stone. What you do today might actually be rewriting the history of particles from billions of years ago. The past isn't a solid memory, it is a shifting puzzle that hasn't fully decided what it wants to be.